Self-doubt in business, that little voice in your head that tells you that you can't do it, or you're not good enough, or you don't have all the skills. That's the hardest to deal with. Hi, I'm Dory. I'm a small business owner. I own a small creative business called Miracle Magnet Studios. And here on this channel, I am documenting my journey, how I'm building my business, sharing my experience. I'm getting to 2 years in my business this month. I am still throwing back and then going through all the little details and elements that got me here to this day. And yeah, and then from November and the end of November, I'm going to be documenting in real time. And one of the most difficult elements to deal with as you go through your business is self-doubt. Something that's going to be, especially at the very beginning, constantly in your head. That little voice that will keep telling you something is missing, trying to find a problem, you are not good enough, you don't have all the skills, you don't have all the knowledge. And what I found really helpful for me is, in my background, I learned psychology, NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and it really helped me in analyzing the problem, understanding that my brain is here to protect me from anything that could be scary, that could be a mistake, that could be a failure. And my brain is here to find those problems. And what I need to do is flip it. And then how do I find those problems and then make them into opportunities? And another technique that really did help me is try to outwork your self-doubt. If you just ignore all of these voices, I know, easier said than done, and you just put your head down and work every single day, getting through your to-do list, and you have this mindset in your head that you just have to learn it. Okay, I don't know it, I might not be good enough, but I can be. It is all about reps, like how many reps, how many hours, how much time you spend on that particular task to learn it. Everybody can be an expert in any task that a business requires, unless you are a singer or you need some sort of very natural talent. Everything can be taught and learned. You just have to put in the time and effort. With every minute that you spend on that task, that you are getting closer to become an expert. You also have to experience to learn all of those things. What I found very soon in my business, within about 2 months, I was nowhere at that point. Like, I was honestly nowhere. I had dreams, but I didn't really have a concept of like, how am I gonna make this work? And what I was trying to do at that point, obviously, the voice in my head was constantly there. Also, that feeling that I'm not doing enough, I'm gonna be judged, I'm gonna be seen by others failing, and then I'm gonna be judged by failing. That all comes from that self-doubt, that you are going into your business and then you don't know, because you don't know if you can make this into a success. But what I also really focused on at that point is just learning, because in 2 months within my business, I realized that being an entrepreneur or running business is the single greatest path for self-development. Anybody who is not ever run a business and is only in a corporate job or a paid role somewhere working at a company would never understand this, and they don't have to. Business is not for everybody. However, trying to be that entrepreneur and trying to create something yourself, that leads to a major amount of personal development. So after 2 months or 3 months of me realizing that, I went into a completely different mindset. I knew, okay, I'm gonna have the self-doubt. My brain won't be not giving me these signals. What I need to do is what I said before, outwork these signals. And I need to just keep putting one foot in front of the other and then just keep going and work at it, putting the hours in, doing those reps, doing those elements that I can become an expert of that particular task. And always do and focus on one thing alone. When you master that, then you can move on to the other one. So I really think that you almost need to embrace self-doubt as it's a fixed cost, it's a part of the whole experience and journey that you will be going through. Don't let self-doubt to put you off of your dream. It should not be stopping you. What it should be is fueling you. I still have the self-doubt on this particular subject because I haven't done the hours yet. I am not an expert in. Self-doubt will go the minute that you're starting to get the experience in, you are learning about that, and then you actually becoming an expert or knowing the ins and outs of that particular task. The minute that self-doubt connecting to that task will go, and there will be other ones coming in. Therefore, you just have to accept that like what self-doubt is signaling you, the area where you have to focus, the area where you need to learn more of. Therefore, just keep going. Honestly, if your dream is to run your business, no matter how small or tiny it is, just think about your motivation. What is that you want to do and why you want to run that business? Is that because you want to actually gain more flexibility, want to spend more time with your family, want to be digital nomad and being able to work from anywhere? Don't worry about self-doubt, then just go for it. You will figure out everything that you have to on the way and on this journey. And there's never a perfect timing for it. You, even with the self-doubt, if you feel like, yeah, if I learn this first, then I start. Starting is always the perfect timing. So just go with that and enjoy the journey. And rather than putting off the dream, just keep going, keep learning, and you will be successful. I hope this video helps. If you are on the fence, should I or should I not start it, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I see you on the next video.